So, welcome everyone to this journey of life where we start living a life full of positivity and fulfilling our dreams. So, what here we are practicing is practicing how to count our blessings, how we can reprogram our mind to really manifest what we are wanting in lives. So, when I talk about manifestation, manifestation can be done by 5 ways: by writing, listening, speaking, seeing, and visualizing. And visualization is the best and easiest technique to reprogram your mind. So, just what we need to do it, that we need to just sort out what our dream is. And when we sort out what our dream is and when we want what we really want in life, so it starts happening because we are reprogramming our mind. तो हमें छोटी छोटी उलझनों में हम उलझेंगे नहीं because we'll be just out of them, out of all the negativities in life. And we understand, how to enhance the quality of our life. So, what happens is that when we start reprogramming, and that is done maximum when the mind, the subconscious mind, is highly active. So, there are two practices which is to be done, which we have been doing these days. That is holding a rock and then visualizing that what was the best experience you had during the day. And when you start thinking about it, your mind is highly active just before you sleep and the moment you wake up in the morning, 5 minutes after that. The subconscious mind is 95% active. So, if that time, whatever thoughts you are giving to that time, whatever thoughts you are giving, what happens is they start expanding and you are able to really manifest what you really want in your life. तो जो भी आप सोचते हैं लाइफ में, जो भी आपको चाहिए कि मुझे, मैं, आप विजुअलाइज करते हैं जस्ट लाइक सीसीटीवी कैमरा. So you visualize, you scan your day, complete day, and you think of the best experience, what all moments you had. When you start visualizing them, you think about them and you manifest. You keep storing those thoughts again when you get up in the morning, and they keep storing because our subconscious mind has imagination. It thinks, it has a long term memory. तो जो भी आप सोचते हैं, महसूस करते हैं और जो भी कुछ अच्छा सोचते हैं, it keeps getting stored because whatever you are focusing on expands. That is the law of the universe. It's a law of the physics. तो जब वो expand होता है, it keeps storing. तो आपको और ज़्यादा whatever you want, you are looking for in life, it starts happening because everything is energy. You start creating that. You become the creator, and that is the law of manifestation, what I'm talking about. तो हम, whatever small worries and trivial issues you have, you are just out of them and you start experiencing something different because now your goal is to manifest that goal. You want to achieve your goal in life rather than to get into the small trivial issues. So when you are clear with what your goal is and your focus is on that, you keep moving in that direction. This is what we are practicing here on this platform. So today we are going to talk about relationship. Relationship is like a ship in which we all are sailing. And who is going to read today? So, Sandeep, can you see this? Sandeep, are you there? Arush?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Arush, can you see the page? Magical relationships.
Yes, I can.
Okay, so please start.
Day three, magical relationships.
Yeah.
Wait. Imagine if you were the only person. Wait a sec. Imagine if you were the only person on earth. You would have no desire to do anything. What would be the point in creating a painting if no one could see it? What would be the point in composing music if no one could hear it? What would be the point in inventing anything if there was no one to use it? There would be no reason to move from one place to another because wherever you went would be the same as where you were. No one would be there. There would be no pleasure or joy in your life.
Okay. So we have always heard that man is a social animal and we need support of each other. And we are supposed to support others also. So life is, different areas of our life. They move in circle. It's a circle of life. That is what it's called. So just imagine that you are on top of a giant wheel. Giant wheel is also called a Ferris wheel. एक झूला है ये. So you are sitting on top. What is your feeling? You feel very happy. And you feel that, there's a lot of fun and excitement. There are butterflies in your stomach. और फिर वो झूला नीचे आने लगता है. There's a downfall in life. So why I'm giving this example that you can relate this to any relationship in life of yours or any work area. Because there are different areas in our life. Can be relationship, work, money, health. So when there is a downfall and that giant wheel where you are sitting is at the lowest point where you are. So maybe in that relationship, you are at the lowest point and you feel that there is no going further. तो आपको लगता है अब तो गाड़ी आगे नहीं चलेगी, अब तो रुक गई. And you start feeling low. So what do? You jump. You jump into depression. You jump into anxiety, stress, worry, chinta. And when you jump into depression and helplessness, so you start taking negative decisions. Maybe some negative friends. And when you start taking negative decision, because downfall बहुत आराम से हो जाता है. So when there is a downfall, it's just like, you are going downhill. जैसे साइकिलिंग करते हुए नीचे जाते हैं तो वो बहुत आराम से हो जाता है. बट फॉर अपहिल यू नीड अ पुश. You need a big push. And that can be given by someone, you know, because या तो आप खुद को मोटिवेट कर सकें, and that is just 1 or 2% can motivate themselves. Rest are always supported and motivated by someone. It can be your coach, can be your parent, friend, a guide, or maybe someone unknown to you. Just identify those people in life who supported you at the time when you most needed it. So there are times when someone really helped us. So this example I'm giving to, change your perspective, how we think about in different situations. So किसी की बुझती हुई लॉ को इग्नाइट करना है, किसी के जीवन में होप लानी है. And now my invitation to you is that if you know any person or any, different people, if you know, who are experiencing this, you can ask them to come to this platform, to join this community, or for yourself also. You can join this community to understand and help each other. Because here, what we are doing is we are just creating difference in people's life. We are helping them grow in their lives in different areas of life. Yes, please continue.
Hello, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yeah, Arush? Sandeep.
Hmm.
Hello. Hello.
Sandeep.
Okay, okay, yeah.
May I read now?
Yeah, Sandeep, sure.
There was some mic issue.
Okay, okay. No worries. Please start. It's your
Uh,
contact.
mm, uh, it's your contact and experiences with other people that give your life joy, meaning, and purpose. Because of that, your relationships affect your life more than anything else. To receive the life of your dreams, it's vital that you understand how your relationships affect your life now and how they are the most powerful channels for gratitude to start and magically changing your life.
Okay,
Science.
so when you say, you can also say कि क्या जरूरत है करने की, ठीक है, जैसे भी चल रहा है सब ठीक है. या आप ये भी सोच सकते हैं कि मेरी लाइफ तो बिल्कुल ठीक है, आई एम जस्ट परफेक्ट. बट देन यू मस्ट अंडरस्टैंड दैट देयर इज ऑलवेज अ नेक्स्ट लेवल. और अगर आपको लगता है कि अभी ठीक नहीं है, सो यू रियली नीड टू वर्क ऑन दिस, बिकॉज दिस इज otherwise you'll keep falling down. जैसे वो झूले में आप नीचे गिरते जाते हैं. You can either be a bitter person or you can be a better person. And gratitude is a miracle. What it is, just like a miracle which starts happening. It's a magnet to miracle. तो जैसे मैग्नेट खींचता है, उसको खींचते हैं, तो उसी तरह से आप मिरेकल्स, आप हैप्पीनेस को खींचेंगे अपनी लाइफ में. प्लीज कंटिन्यू.
Science is now confirming the wisdom of the great sages of the past, with research studies showing that people who practice gratitude have closer relationships, are more connected to family and friends, and have other people look upon them favorably. But probably the most astounding statistic that has come out of research studies is that for every one complaint about another person, whether in thought or word, there have to be 10 blessings for the relationships to flourish. Any less than 10 blessings for everyone complaint and the relationship will deteriorate, and if the relationship is a marriage, it will most likely end in divorce.
Yeah. So here I would like to add that when deteriorate matlab वो गिरता
Uh,
जाता है रिलेशन,
uh,
the negativity starts happening. Like we discussed about the feeling chart, the feeling chart in which there is good feeling and bad feeling. So when we talk about good feelings, they are happiness, gratitude, love. And that love is not the love for a spouse or a partner or friend. That love is for the humanity. That love is a kind of compassionate feeling that you have towards others. तो आप क्या अगर कंप्लेन करते जाते हैं, सो यू keep attracting more situations where you are again complaining. That is what the law says. So just like your condition starts deteriorating, तो उसको बेहतर बनाने के लिए you need to practice. You need to stop what you are doing now and start doing what is supposed to be done. Otherwise, there would be no end to this. Yes, please continue.
Gratitude makes relationship flourish as you increase your gratitude for any relationship. You will magically receive an abundance of happiness and good things in that relationship. And gratitude for your relationships doesn't change only your relationships, it also changes you. No matter what your temperament is now, gratitude will give you more patience, understanding, compassion, and kindness to the point where you won't even recognize yourself. The little irritations you once felt and the complaints you had in your relationships will disappear. Because when you are truly grateful for another person, there's nothing you want to change about that person. You won't criticize, complain about, or blame them because you're too busy being grateful for the good things about them. In fact, you won't be able to see the things you used to complain about.
Yeah. So, when you are angry, when you are in that mode of anger, jealousy, complaint, when you are in complaint mode, तो क्या होता है, हमारी फीलिंग्स कैसी होती है, एंड एवरीथिंग इज एनर्जी इन यूनिवर्स. सो हमारी फीलिंग्स कैसी होती है, वही फीलिंग्स हम यूनिवर्स को भेजते हैं. And Buddha says that when you are angry with somebody, it is just like you are, throwing a burning coal to someone. So in that pretext, what you do is you burn yourself more. तो आप खुद का अपना ज्यादा नुकसान पहुंचाते हैं, दूसरे का कम नुकसान होता है या होता ही नहीं है. इट इज योर परसेप्शन कि मैं उसको हार्म कर रहा हूं, बट एक्चुअली यू आर हार्मिंग योर सेल्फ, बिकॉज उनका करना उनके साथ है, बट यू नीड टू फोकस ऑन योर सेल्फ, on your life, what you are supposed to do. So there's a beautiful poem about this. It is by Emerson. All is well and wisely put, in which there is an argument between a squirrel and a mountain. And squirrel says that I'm so active and I can jump over you, and you are so lazy. But mountain says that I'm big and strong, and you are a tiny little fellow. So they keep arguing and it, it continues. So the message given is that whatever happens, everything is well and wisely put. So beautiful. Whatever is, all the creatures, everybody, all beings are well and wisely put, because each and every person has a role to play. And we have to understand that. So what I'm saying is that you are not supposed to avoid any situation, but accept it, take charge of your life. Just keep continuing what you are supposed to do, no matter what, and do what your role is to play. That is what the poem says. All is well and wisely put. So beautiful. Yes, please continue.
We can only be said to be alive in those moments when our hearts are conscious of our treasures. Thornton Wilder. Words are very powerful. So when you complain about any person, you actually harm your life. It is your life that will suffer. By the law of attraction, whatever you think or say about another person, you bring to you. This is the very reason why the greatest minds and teachers of the world have told us to be grateful. They knew that for you to receive more in your life, for your life to magically increase, you have to be grateful for others just as they are. What if every person close to you said, I love you, just the way you are? How would you feel?
Yeah, just imagine. So it talks about treasures. What are our treasures? Khazane. वो खजाने आपके, you really have to identify today. वो खजाने आपके हेल्थ हो सकता है, मे बी योर रिलेशन, सम ऑफ योर रिलेशन विच यू रियली हैव टू फाइंड आउट, यू हैव टू डिग इन. जैसे हम ट्रेजर ढूंढते हैं, ट्रेजर हंट करना है आज आपको. एंड वर्ड्स आर सो पावरफुल. वर्ड्स मेक योर वर्ल्ड. शब्दों में बहुत ताकत है. एंड व्हेन यू कैन जस्ट रिकॉल a child, a very small child of 7 8 years was told, by the teacher, by the school, that you are a duffer and you cannot do anything. You are supposed to go back, and उसकी मदर को बोलते इसको ले जाओ यहाँ से. Can you recall कौन था वो? And he became a very big scientist.
Einstein? Uh,
Not Einstein.
Yeah, probably.
Not Einstein.
ma'am, another person was
Edison, no? I
Edison.
think light Earth. Edison, no?
Yeah,
Thomas Alva
Edison.
Thomas Alva Edison. Right, ma'am.
Yeah, very nice. Thank you, Manisha. Thomas Edison.
I
His
think
mother
we
was,
discussed, no? That's why I remembered.
yeah, we discussed it, yes. So his mother was told by the school कि आप इस बच्चे को ले जाओ, इसका कुछ नहीं हो सकता. Though the mother told the child, that you are a genius. And your school has told me that you don't need any school or any teacher. You are self-sufficient because you are a genius. And that thought which was given to that child in his subconscious mind, that transformed his life, that changed him completely, and he solved so many mysteries. He became magnet to miracle, what I'm talking about here. Because when you start reprogramming your mind, you become the creator of your life. And that is done by the techniques which I'm telling you. I've read many scriptures and understood a lot of concepts. And this concept of mind is so deep and vast that when you understand this, you are able to bring out the abundance into your lives. तो आप खुद से समझ पाएंगे कि आपने कैसे अपने जीवन में परिवर्तन लाना है. You will be able to do it. And this technique is the simplest. There are other platforms, what all courses, all that I have learned, but then I found this is the simplest and easiest way. That is why I thought I would, probably make them available for all of you to understand so that you can benefit in your lives the way I did. I experienced that myself, and that is why I'm sharing with you all. Yes, please. Please continue.
Today's magical practice is being grateful for people just as they are. Even if all of your relationships are currently good, they will increase with more magnificence through this practice. And with everything you find to be grateful for in each person, you will see gratitude perform its breathtaking magic, and your relationships will be stronger, more fulfilling, and more enriching than you ever thought they could be. Choose three of your closest relationship to be grateful for. You might choose your wife, your son, and your father, or your boyfriend, or your business partner and your sister. You might choose your best friend, your grandmother, and your uncle.
Okay,
You
so
can
what this is saying is कि आज आपको तीन कोई भी क्लोज रिलेशंस जो है वो ढूंढने हैं, relationships. That can be anyone, your grandparents, your parents, your friend, anyone, your business partner. तो जब आप उनके साथ ये प्रैक्टिस करते हैं, you start feeling the difference. But the thing is that you have to do this with feeling. तो उनमें कुछ एक कोई भी अच्छी बात, कोई भी उनकी बेस्ट क्वालिटी वो आपको ढूंढनी है और वो आपको लिखनी है. So like when I started doing, I did for my parents, and I found a lot of difference, because earlier I was feeling that they don't love me, probably they love my siblings more. But then I realized that no, I actually, this came later, but I realized that it's my perspective that I am feeling like that. तो आप खुद से समझ जाते हैं कि क्या आपका पर्सपेक्टिव क्या है और क्या रियलिटी है. You start experiencing, but this whole concept is about feelings. आप कैसा महसूस करते हैं, और जब आप फीलिंग्स के साथ उसको लिखते हैं, that is the technique of visualization. Because you are feeling, you are writing, or you are feeling and speaking. So you are giving powerful affirmations, or you are visualizing and writing. They are two different techniques, which is what here it is saying. But जैसे यहाँ पर दिया है closest relationship, I would like to suggest you do it with those people whom you are incomplete. Incomplete मतलब शायद वो आपके बहुत क्लोज रिश्तेदार हैं, मगर आपका रिलेशन उनसे इतना अच्छा नहीं है. Can be your partner, can be your brother, can be your father, anyone whom you feel कि आपका रिश्ता बेहतर होना चाहिए. You want somehow, but then you want and don't want. Maybe you are in doubt, या कहीं पे कोई confusion है. So just sit back and think about those moments when they most, they helped you, they supported you, probably they nurtured you, they gave you birth. So just think about what all they did for you. Yes, please.
you can choose any three relationships that are important to you as long as you have a photograph of each person. The photograph can be just of the person or the both of you together. Once you have selected your three relationships and photographs, you are ready to set the magic into motion. Sit down and think about the things you are the most grateful for about each person. What are the things you love the most about this person? What are their best qualities? You could be grateful for their patience, ability to listen, talent, strength, good judgment, wisdom, love, sense of humor, eyes, smile, or kind of heart. You could be grateful for the things you enjoy doing with the person, or you can recall a time whether the person was there for you, cared for, or supported you. After you have spent some time thinking about what you are grateful for about the person, put their photograph in front of you, and with the pen and notebook or on your computer, choose the 5 things you are the most grateful for. Look at the photograph of the person as you make your list of 5 things. Begin each sentence with the magic words thank you, address the person by their name, and then write what you are grateful for. Thank you, their name, for what. For example, thank you, John, for always making me laugh, or thank you, Mom, for supporting me through college.
Yeah. So you have to understand this concept of mind that whatever, whomever you are meeting in life, whosoever, it is your reflection. So you meet somebody maybe randomly for some time or for lifetime. तो कोई भी सिचुएशन में हो सकता है दे कम टू मीट यू फॉर अ स्मॉल ड्यूरेशन और फॉर एवर. तो जैसा भी हो, यू हैव टू जस्ट डू दिस प्रैक्टिस टुडे. उनके बारे में कुछ भी अच्छा सोचकर आपको वो लिखना है. एंड यू कीप दिस फोटोग्राफ. आप अपने मोबाइल में भी उसको देख सकते हैं. और जो भी आप दिन में 3-4 बारी जितनी बारी देख सके, इट इज़ अगेन अ टेक्निक ऑफ रिमाइंडिंग यू ऑफ द बेस्ट रिलेशंस यू हैड. यस प्लीज.
When you have finished your list for all 3 people, continue with this magical practice by taking the photographs with you today and putting them in a place where you will see them often. Whenever you look at the photographs today, thank the person by saying the magic words thank you and the person's name. Thank you, Haley. If you are moving around a lot, carry the photographs with you in your bag or pocket and make an effort to look at the photographs 3 times during the day, following the same procedure. Now you know how to use gratitude's magical power to transform your relationships into magical relationships. Although it is not part of the requirement of this book, you may want to take this amazing practice and use it every day if necessary to make every relationship have magnificent. You can use it on the same relationship as many times as you want. The more you can be grateful for the good things in your relationships, the faster every relationship in your life will miraculously change. Magic practice number 3, magical relationships. Repeat steps 1 to 3 of magic practice. Number 1, count your blessing, make a list of 10 blessings, write why you are grateful, reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Choose 3 of your closest relationship and collect a photograph of each person. With the photo in front of you, write 5 things you are most grateful for about each person in your journal on or on your computer. Begin each sentence with the magic words thank you, include their name and what you are specifically grateful for. Carry the photographs with you today or put them in a place where you will see them often. Look at the photographs on at least 3 occasions. Speak to the person's face in the photograph and thank them by saying the magic words thank you and their name. Thank you, Haley. Before you go to sleep, take your magic rock in one hand and say the magic word thank you for the best thing that happened during the day.
Thank you. Thank you, Sandeep, for reading so wonderfully.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Arush. You started it. So let me share this feelings chart again, which talks about good feelings and bad feelings, which we have discussed number of times. Just to elaborate more on this, because here I'm seeing new people today who have joined today. For them, there are two kinds of feelings: good feelings and bad feelings. So, love, gratitude, friends, joy, compassion, happiness, contentment, celebration, satisfaction, they are all good feelings. क्योंकि उसमें आपके बॉडी में कुछ ऐसे केमिकल्स प्रोड्यूस होते हैं जो आपको गुड फीलिंग्स में रखते हैं. एंड ग्रैटिट्यूड एंड लव आर ऑन टॉप. ग्रैटिट्यूड मतलब शुक्रगुजार होना, शुक्राना करना, आभार व्यक्त करना. और you are appreciating somebody. जब आप अगर किसी ने कुछ खाना भी अच्छा बनाया आप appreciate कर रहे हैं, कोई आपको help कर रहा है किसी चीज में आप appreciate कर रहे हैं, that is also a kind of, good feeling. Bad feelings are when you are arrogant, you are blaming, complaining, you are in a negative mode, you are having guilt about somebody, you are depressed most of the times. And the lowest form is worry and fear. चिंता करना, हमेशा दुख में रहना, भय, डर किसी भी प्रकार का. So that was something I wanted to share. Any questions you can ask. And today we have this is another picture which I wanted to show. It's a beautiful picture about a family tree which you can make at home. You can paste pictures, and I found this very beautiful and apt for the topic today. Another is this quote: some relationships will be blessings, others will serve as lessons. Either way, never regret knowing someone. Everyone you encounter teaches you something important. Some people will test you, some will use you, and some will teach you. But most importantly, some will bring out the best in you. I found this it resonated with the topic today. So, whatever the situation is, people come for a reason, season, or lifetime. How we connect with them, what understanding we have about it, about the whole experience, is what our takeaway is. तो अगर कुछ हमें एक्सपीरियंस अच्छा नहीं रहा तो हमें ये समझना है कि क्या हमारे लिए लेसन था, और अगर अच्छा था तो उसको आप बार बार महसूस कीजिए. And this whole concept is about your feelings, how you feel about somebody. So this is about today, and I would like to welcome today our guest of honor. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Sangita. Good evening to you.
Yeah, so let me share with you. Today we have here with us Lieutenant General Dr. S.K. Gediuk, ABSM retired. And just a moment. He's DG Amity Institute of Defense and Strategic Studies, AIDSS, former Commandant Defense Services. Lieutenant General Dr. S.K. Gediuk, ABSM retired, was commissioned into Indian Army in 1977. He's an alumni of NDA, IMA, and Defense Services Staff College, Wellington. Qualified as MSc Defense Studies, MPhil, and Diploma in Senior Level Defense Management, and done his doctorate in Defense and Strategies Studies from University of Madras, Chennai. He served two presidents, Dr. Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy and Dr. Gyani Zail Singh at Rashtrapati Bhavan, was logistics advisor to Botswana Defense Force in Africa, commanded an armored brigade and infantry division in coveted staff appointments, and was Commandment Defense Services Staff College, Wellington in 2014, where he received many national awards. Under his visionary leadership, Defense Services Staff College was conferred with two coveted Golden Peacock Awards at Dubai by Institute of Directors. Awarded Lifetime Achievement Award, the Rajiv Gandhi Gold Medal Award by GEPRA. At London, he was bestowed with the Distinguished Fellowship Award by Institute of Director. Was presented the President's colors to Defense Services Staff College for holistic transformation of the college. Just to name a few, he is member of Governing Council Rise in a House think tank. He's an environmentalist, philanthropist, accomplished transformational leader, and he is defense analyst and global strategist, has published numerous coffee table books, magazines, has appeared frequently as Republic TV on Republic TV as a panelist. Like, I'm feeling so blessed that you are here today, sir. And it gives me, immense pleasure to introduce today our guest of honor, Lieutenant General Dr. S.K. Gediok. I'm feeling short of words, but I am really reminded of this quote by Bob Marley, which is so apt for you, that the greatness of a man is not in how much wealth he's acquired, but in his integrity and his ability to affect those around him positively. So I remember meeting him for the first time, and the impact he gave me was amazing. He's such a wonderful person, such a warm, generous, and he has an amazing personality with his beautiful insights and wonderful thoughts that he shares with me. He is a kind of person, I think, the most powerful and accomplished person who can resonate with the topic today, because the kind of relationships that he manages, the kind of relationships he can understand, he is the best person and speaker today whom I have invited. So, welcome today to this forum, sir, and I welcome you with my deepest warm regards. Thank
Thank
you for joining here.
thank you. Thank you. Uh, I'll just share the presentation. Sangita, I would just like to, if you remove this presentation, I
Yeah,
can.
I will just stop share. I will just do that. Yeah. So just a moment, sir. Yes, I think now you can share, sir.
Okay, one sec. Station. Can you see this presentation,
Yeah,
Sangita?
yes, yes, of course.
Good. Okay, okay. One sec. Put this in the corner. All right. Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A matter of great honor and very fine privilege, as always, to be invited or to be spoken about and to interact and to have parleys and discussions, with Sangita. She's such a marvelous person, very charismatic young lady. And like she said when she first met me, well, when I met her first time, I can assuredly tell you that I certainly was very impressed with the persona. She's multi-talented, multifaceted. There's no doubt in my mind that a lady like her would be a success anywhere. You take any of the multifaceted, professions and the avenues which are open to us, as mortals. I think she'll be a success anywhere because she has that magical charm in her, very positive, very dynamic, and of course, she likes to carry everyone with her in cadence. So, with that,
Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's
of
so nice
course,
of you.
yeah. Sangeeta, very true about you.
Thank
So I'd just like to say that today, when she told me that we'll be talking about human relationships,
you. Yes.
I thought that it's something very close to my heart. And I've spoken about this earlier to a lot many groups here and overseas in foreign countries.
Okay.
Well, the basic issue about human relationship has got to be understood. I've just tried to caption and annotate that so that it's easy for all of us, to comprehend to whatever assimilative intellect that we possess and profess. Individual relationship. This is basically one's relationship and connection with another person. Just remember that man, man to woman, woman to man to child, child to man, whatever. Interaction and cooperation in a group. And what does this imply? It is basically the interaction, that is cooperation and interaction, when you come together in a group and when you have to achieve common objectives. When you have to attain a particular objective as per the defined aim, that interaction, cooperation in a group is the human relationship comes into four. The next is when you have to integrate into a team and you have to cooperate with them in a group. And this is basically so as to make sure that you motivate them and you are part of the inspirational patronage that you provide to that particular group. The next is when you study the human behavior, you carry out a causative analysis and thereafter you enhance the performance. But when you say that you enhance performance of humans after carrying out an analysis, we shall be talking about this later, that is another step in human relationships. All right. The last that I would like to speak about in this particular perspective, is to recognize, respect, safeguard the dignity. All right. Every individual, along his or her sincere efforts, for any kind of valuable contribution made for achievement of that given objective. Now, just keep this at the back of your mind, and we shall get on from here to something which is very pleasant, very close to my heart, her heart, because we share the common, I think, bonds in as far as loving nature. And just see what beautiful, what Mona Sutphin, what Barbara is writing a lot actually on human relationships. And just see what Mona Sutphin has said, that most good relationships are built on mutual trust and respect. Now, what do you say about that? Respect, faith, confidence. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the arbiters to success, and success in a good human relationship. Very, very important to have mutual trust and respect. Keep that at the back of your mind. Next is to cherish relationship and your family. This was said by Barbara Bush. So important that when you cherish every human connection and a relationship that with your friend and family, the best in you comes out. Your innocuousness, what you are, your originality. Moral courage is higher and a rare virtue than physical courage. What Williams Lynch. This is a fundamental truth of life. Morality is something which is very much a fiber of the fabric of which a character is made of. Trust is to human relationship what faith is to gospel living. It is the beginning, place the foundation upon which more can be built. It's an edifice upon which much more can be built upon. Where trust is love, it can flourish. Please remember one thing, the master key in this universe for any kind of a complex solution, a complex problem, any kind of a trepidation that you have, any kind of a syndrome that you are suffering, you want to get out of any kind of any complex issue on the escalatory matrix, please remember there is only one master key: love and affection. You have it in you, you will not face any problem throughout your life. You'll only be smiling, laughing, and you are going to be a great success, not only in your professional career, but also at home. That is domestic bliss. Kindness is the sunshine in which virtue grows. This is again a fundamental aspect of life. Every day when I send out my morning messages, it's all about positivity. And I tell human beings to get out of pessimism and enter the hall of fame of positivity. Unless you're not positive, unless you're not thinking positive, unless you're not kind, you cannot thrive on human relationships. You cannot get success.
True.
Forgiveness is the virtue of the brave. And this was said by none else than the Iron Lady of India, Indira Gandhi, whom I was very, very fortunate to meet rather often when I was ADC to the president at Rashtrapati Bhavan. We used to go down to 30 January Marg, and I met her so many times personally, spoken to her, and well, I can share something with you. You're very young, all of you. Um, she had some persona, some personality, and the way she used to speak. And I was much awed with a magnetic personality. And let me tell you, she used to speak less, but when she spoke, she knew exactly what she wanted of you. I mean, she was very cryptic. Sometimes the three C's applied to her, and she defined it as cynicism, criticism, and sarcasm. She had all three. And if she wanted to demolish you, she should always do that. She could do that. But she always said that forgiveness is the virtue of the brave. A very important quality. Please remember, if you can imbibe it, well, you have Pyrrhic victory at your feet. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtue, but the parent of all mothers. All aspects, even I think Sangita made a mention of that. Gratitude. When you say, well, thank you very much, you mean it, you don't mean it, but when you say it, you are a conqueror. You have conquered that person, you have conquered all these sentiments and feelings. Please do not be parsimonious. Please be lavish with your gratitude and your thanks. You'll again find that you are on the path of crimson glory. Pristine glory lies ahead, and you once again will be like Julius Caesar, who crossed the Rubicon and picked up the crown as Emperor of Rome. Of all possessions, of all possessions, a friend is the most precious. This was spoken by Herodotus. That's a Greek philosopher. It is so very much true. Caring about people, about things, about life is an act of maturity. Tracy McMillan. If you love and care, if you think about people very honestly, from your heart, it comes to the front. You cannot have what they say a facade. Please remember, caring is loving, loving is conquering. You have to care, not only for your subordinates, but your peers, your superiors, each and every one. I'll be talking of role model relationships as to what do they mean and what do they imply. Because once you're a role model, whether it is in your professional life or it's in your domestic life, you remain a role model as a husband, a wife, a father, a son, a brother, a sister, whatever there is. And role model for life means you have to continue from womb till the tomb. That is from inception to the terminal stages of your life. The larger the island of knowledge, the larger the shorelines of wonder. Ralph Sockman. What a beautiful, I think, there's nothing more beautiful than these quotes. You know, it's all mesmeric, and it all gives you such a lovely feeling, wonderful feeling. Communication, the human connection is the key to personal and career success. You have to communicate. You have to get through. Just now, what Sangita was doing, you know, she was trying to communicate and she was trying to touch your, feel your heart, you know, through those beautiful explanations and sentimental feelings. What she was talking about was fundamental aspects of a good human being and human relationship. That is what she was talking about. After some time, when you close your eyes and listen to it, it is like listening to Mahat Sadguru in that ashram which is in Coimbatore. Well, I'm settling over there, very close up the hills at Wellington. And I can tell you one thing that uh, when you listen to Sadhguru in that very ambient, conducive, um stress-free environment, you actually are in a different world altogether. But he creates, he's a master. He's not a hypnotist, but he's a master of his words and wisdom. A man whose sterling thoughts and words of wisdom can always capture your mind and your thoughts, and he can create that beautiful aura, where you will just sink and go to sleep. Sleep out of total satiation. That is, you feel gratified. You're totally satisfied. And you convey your gratitude to Sadhguru. That's an excellent feeling. To err is to uh, human is to forgive is to. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll get on quickly now to happiness, which is there in human relationships. Uh, it is very important for us. You will say that's how is it so difficult? How is it so easy? Is it difficult or easy? There are a lot of children who are there on my WhatsApp there with me, who are discussing with me their problems, who want to find avenues. They are finding hell of a lot of issues at home. Some of them saying that, well, my dad is not my dad, my mom is not my mom. Sir, you are my uncle, you are my future, you guide me, and I shall just abide by. So I always tell the children that, look, you have to believe in your parents. Please believe in them because they are the fountainhead. The mother, the woman, is the fountainhead of love, caring, understanding, feeling, gratitude, uh, everything that a child blossoms as a human being. The mother is the fountainhead. She is the one. Why is it that when a man weeps later, when the mother is gone and she's faded away to her destiny and to heavenly abode, why does a man feel that, oh my God, I still remember the hand which fed me. I still remember the ring in her finger. I still remember the lines of her hand. Because वही यादें रह जाती हैं हर एक इंसान के लिए मुस्तकबिल में याद रखने के लिए हर एक इंसान को अपनी मंजिल तक पहुंचने के लिए चंद एक यादें रह जाती हैं और वो चिराग जो इंसान जलाता है वो हर एक अपनी अपनी शख्सियत के मुताबिक अपनी तहजीब तबद्दुन के मुताबिक as per his liking, as per his तहजीब, as per his character, he then moves ahead, but he remembers what he has been nurtured, what she also spoke about. Sangita has spoken about that, about nurturing. Well, a woman fills it in you. And let me tell you, like the Jewish women, they eat certain things, they speak certain things, they think certain things, and they meditate certain things. And what are those certain things? It's all laid down. I won't take time, but when a woman is pregnant and the child is in the womb, the child takes the shape of a future intellectual, brilliant human being inside the womb. All this thing is being processed. And this is the doing of the gods from the heavens. That is why they say that the woman must have a very pure mind when she is pregnant and think beautiful and wonderful things are happening to her. The best of the pictures should be hung in a room, and she should be given nothing but love and affection. Because the child who's taking shape will imbibe, and genetically, it will be possessed by all those material things of water, air, and the earthly, that is, elements of this earth. But get on to character. You have to be good natured, fine disposition. That is with ethics. Why I said ethics? Because it is important for a person to be ethical. You cannot have a characterless person in your life. Please remember, you must make a note. It is your company which defines you. Do not be in the company of fools, in the company of selfish people, in the company of mediocrities. Do not be in their company. Avoid them. Character is what makes you. And how do you define character? Character comes to you like those 5 things of character, competence, commitment, compassion, courage. All these 5 things make actually a good natured person with fine disposition. Character is very important. Once your character is gone, there's no atonement. You can't get it back. So please remember that that's very important. Presence. Your presence is mandatory. Now, you cannot say that, all right, you run this institution, remote control, you're not to be seen as the principal, as the headmaster, or whatever you are, the chief matron, or whatever. Your presence is mandatory. Your presence is required. The leader has to be there. Well, likewise, in a human relationship, as a husband and a wife, you cannot say that, all right, please run the house. I'm very busy with my profession. Young lady, you have all the money in the world. Kindly shop, do look after the children. And the husband is not to be seen. But that is taking things for granted. That's wrong. Benevolence, good intent, kindness is the key. This is what I just spoke about. You've got to be good-natured and benevolent. Help, help, and help. And let me tell you, it comes back in 10 times the volumes to you. And where's the problem? I just got a call 3 days back. And one of my friends, old friends, rang me up from Rashtrapati Bhavan days. Good about 35 years of, 40 years of understanding. And he told me, he says 35 years. And he said, just help me out. There's someone, his daughter requires admission in Amity. And so I said, who's he? A friend of yours? Yes. Her name is so-and-so. I said, X. All right. Tell her to get in touch. Got in touch. I told her, I said, Bete, put in your best and fill up the form online, submit, get ready for the interview. And I told her certain things for the interview. She was not able to really make it, but then when I told her that this is what you've got to keep in mind, she made it in the interview. And I just got a message actually while Sangita was talking to you, and she has taken admission. I don't know who this girl is. I don't know who this gentleman is, who the father is. But where's the problem? My friend called up. That's adequate. That's sufficient for me. Now, do I have to ask him 10 questions? What's his name? Kya jaat hai? Kya hai? Dalit hai? Kahan se hai? I don't require to ask him all those questions. They are irrelevant. My friend is a friend in need, and my deed is done. I just called him up that your little child, your baby is through. Now just tell her to take interest and not to let us down. That's it. Done. There's so many cases. So many cases. There's the washerman down below. There's the man who cleans your cars. We have to help out anyone just because he's a washerman and he's cleaning your car. There's someone who was looking after my garden and my room when I joined Delhi from Wellington. He called me up, sir, I'm out of a job. I got him and his wife a job with a wonderful couple. Please, ladies and gentlemen, remember that whether you're being watched or you're not being watched, but the God Almighty is there in each one of you. He is omnipresent. He is there everywhere. Whether he is watching or not, please do your deeds on this planet, and that is gratitude. Please remember, your gratefulness, your gratitude. The greatness of a person lies in the expression of gratitude, what Sangita was also talking about. You must have the courage of conviction and the fortitude. Courage and fortitude will make you fearless. When you say you don't have fears, every time my father used to tell me that, son, you're a born leader. I don't have to tell you anything. Whatever I tell you, you do it yourself. I said, Dad, because I just see that you're too good, you're fearless. I mean, you are a role model for me, Dad. He said, no, but you're a born leader. And let me tell you, you will not be told what to do. You'll do it yourself. You'll burn your fingers. You'll avoid fire. You'll have an accident. You'll try to be not reckless. So therefore, all of us must have self-belief and courage of conviction, humility and modesty. Well, there's a word I want all of you to kindly note down. Please note down. This word, ladies and gentlemen, is called ambitious. Humble and ambitious. humble and ambitious. The word is ambitious. You must be humble, but you must not forget that ambition, that fire of ambition, Shekinah, the pillar of fire, that must keep burning inside. You must not get butterflies in your stomach, but you must have the fire in your belly. But modesty is important. At certain places, modesty certainly may be thrown out and cast out of the window. But I believe that uh, humility and modesty can be balanced very well. You must certainly have them, not in modicum, but in plenitude. Inspirational. Now, why do I say inspirational patronage? Today, you got inspiration from Sangita. Why have you got it from her? Because the way she speaks, she has that charisma to influence your mind, to speak to you a lot of rational and logic. Why are you following her? Because she speaks something which does not defy rational and logic. You accept her because she speaks to you with her abilities and capacity to be able to influence your minds with simple rational and logic. She talks, in other words, she talks sense. Now, tolerance, let me tell you, is the most powerful word. And why do I say that? Tolerance, children, is important. You do not have tolerance, it will shatter everything. It's like a glass ceiling. No tolerance, you cannot be president of any country, United States. Have no tolerance, you'll be thrown out, you'll get impeached, you'll be shown the window. Whatever appointment, home, you don't have tolerance as a husband, you don't have tolerance as a wife, you don't have tolerance as a son and daughter, you won't make it. There'll be turbulence in any profession, in any home. Tolerance is most important virtue of a human being. And the moment you're tolerant, love breeds on it like an ivy. You know, uh, love and affection, the word, there's another word I'll give you for that. It's endearments. Love and affection is like a climber. It has a lovely scent of a man and a woman. Please remember, you're tolerant, the fragrance grows, and it's a climber. And after some time, you'll find that, oh my God, what a nice person, man or woman. Oh, too good to be true. He's so quiet, he's so peaceful, accepts everything, broad mindedness. That is what you have to learn. So, therefore, tolerance has to be kept in mind. Appreciate it. You've got to be considerate and beholden. Beholden to your parents, beholden to your guru, and beholden to the Lord Almighty. You must, ladies and gentlemen, be appreciated. You cannot get away by just being very curt and maintaining a steel image. You may have the tenacity of steel, you may have the ferocity of Spartans and the tenacity, what I just mentioned, of steel. But please remember one thing, you must have the appreciative ability. I must say thank you. You must convey your love and feelings. Because if you don't do that, the next thing about kindness, that is endearing and understanding attitude, will flounder like a damn squib. It will not be there. So, kindness is what I write about every day. Gratitude is what I write about every day. Positive thinking is what I write about every day. And all this thing will come when you have a good character. The next thing is an endearing attitude. You have to be lovable, charming, and engaging. If you are a confrontationist, if you are a person with arrogance, with anger, what Sangita spoke about just now, I was watching, absolutely true. You cannot be a success. There cannot be human relationships which are based on anger, nepotism, uh, discordance, despondency, disdainful nature. You cannot. You have to be lovable. You got to be charming. You got to be engaging. You've got to be your best. Put your best foot forward. And where's the problem? Where is the problem? The problem only lies, and it all starts off from your home. Please remember what I'm telling you. You have a home where there is laughter, fun, excitement. You will be positive, you will be effusive, you will have bounteous joy, abundance of joy and happiness. When a home blooms, the mind blooms, the human being blooms, and you find nothing but stars in the sky at night. When you see that, you have love and charisma, and you have fragrance, and everything is exuding warmth, like you are in a heavenly place, in paradise, in idyllic environment and surroundings. That is how it is. Have to be supportive. Please remember, you are born to support each other. You have to have confidence and trust. You have to be transparent. There has to be clarity and please do not believe in falsehood. Don't base your relationships on falsehood. Only villains and vamps base their relationship on falsehood. Don't do it. You've seen what has happened in Bombay, what happened to Ria Chakrabarti. Don't do anything. Don't try to cheat. Don't try to falsify. Don't try to gain on falsehood. Be clear, be loving, be nice, be helpful, be positive, and you won't have run into problems. Don't be unbiased. Do not have proclivities on nepotism. Now, what is that? I always say, this is my cliche, well, proclivities and predilections and nepotism. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no time in life for having a bias. You may have an inclination, but certainly do not have biases. Biases are certainly not desirable. It is something which kills you instinctively. It kills you. Don't have a bias to be known for it. Please remember, be level headed, balanced, and mature, open minded. Let all the ideas come to you. You, as a human being, should be accessible. Your mind should be open like a parachute. Positivity and reality, without any prejudices or pettiness or norms. Egotism, like I told you to remember that word of tolerance, that you should be tolerant. Egotism. Don't be an egoist. The moment you have ego, you cannot prosper. Your relationship will die. If the husband is egoist, or the wife is egoist, or the girlfriend or the boyfriend is egoist, gone. That relationship won't prosper. It'll die. You may feed it anything, you may try to fertilize. There is no way the relationship will bloom. Egotism kills it. So therefore, what do you have to do? When you get up in the morning, what do? I can give you for a husband and wife. In the morning, when you get up, first thing, you must say your good morning and give your good morning kiss. It brings in what? Positivity. It brings in a certain amount of charm. It brings in a certain amount of happiness. You'll find that when you get up in the morning and you say good morning, whichever language, you say Dineden in Turkish, or you say whatever, or in German you have to say Afwan, whatever you say. But after that, you give a kiss, you listen to nice music, which is liked by both of them, they are inclined towards it, or you are writing beautiful messages and you share something nice and you have a laugh before you get up and get ready, and then you get into your spiritual world. You are thanking the Lord Almighty and the God and goddesses for counting your, in fact, you have to count your blessings, and you're thanking them for allowing you to be the best on this planet, and for asking them that thank you. We are going to be prosperous and progressive, and that progressional escalation is going to continue in our lives. But that's it. That's how positivity blooms and it blossoms. It is something like magnolia in spring. It is something like कश्मीर में वो जो कहते हैं बहार, जन्नत, बहिश्त, ये सब खूबसूरती जो है फितरत और कुदरत की जो खूबसूरती है, वो हर एक अंदाज जो है इंसान के दरो दिमाग में, it is in your mind. It is in your mind. Fitrat and Kudrat is nature, the beauty. So let your mind be like the beautiful nature, the beautiful environment, where you see nothing but floral splendor. Be positive. Be a mind which is open only to beautiful things and shun all negativity and pessimism. Leave it. Don't listen to it. Don't listen to it. Avoid it. Unless someone comes to you and says, solve my problem. But then do it, certainly. Vendetta, revengeful. Let me tell you one thing. Even I was very short-tempered, genetic inheritance from my father. Well, I can tell you that short-fused man, but I've become just the opposite. And thanks to my wife, she keeps saying that, Tony, don't do it. Just forget it. And she just holds my hand. That's it. And she said, you have to get away from this short fuse nature. And ladies and gentlemen, I got over it. I am absolutely positive. I'm absolutely kind. You can try it anytime. Well, I have bags full of it, and I can only give, and give. And anything that I desire always happens because gods are kind. Because probably there's a way of the gods to say that, all right, since you're giving so much, we shall give to you. And let me tell you, this is, you don't have to talk about Pride and Prejudice or something. There's nothing very great about it. But this is the way of life. And this is what happens to all the good people in this world. And lastly, it is reliability most determined. Please remember one thing. If you're not a reliable person, if you're not a reliable gentleman or a lady, you can just forget the relationship. There is no question. It cannot be hyphenated. It is very important for you to have reliability. Very important to have your character. All right. This, I think, should be the last slide. This is a very powerful slide which I made, and I spent a lot of time on this. And each word has a meaning. Now, this is not only about human relationships. It is, I've called it dynamics of a successful career too. So I've mixed up human relationship, your nature, your career, your success, your happiness, your life. I put everything, and like a cocktail shaker, I've just shaken it so that you have a lovely drink as a sundowner in the evening and say cheers. All right. So I'm going to uncork this bottle of champagne. The good wish I used to give as a bachelor was champagne, best of champagne, Cadillacs, and cash. Now, what is this champagne all about? Champagne and flowers. It's all about all those people who are successful will only get champagne and flowers. All those who are unsuccessful never smell it, will never savor it. Damn sad. If you want to be a person who wants champagne and flowers and plenty of it throughout your life, just follow what I've written. You have to be a successful dreamer. For that, you have to persevere, be resilient so that you outshine. Outshine. You cannot be a mediocrity. ये तुम नहीं सोच सकते कि मैं ठीक है यार काम करते रहूंगा पोहा खा लूंगा ये डोसा खा के वाणकम बोल के मैं अपना धोती पहन के अपना कोकोनट वाटर पी के चला जाएगा नहीं होगा perseverance patience and prudence all three P's you have to wind it up with resilience and then you can outshine top achiever again. And let me tell you, all this has got that umbilical cord of human relationship. None of this will thrive if your relationships are tainted. None of this will work. It's all interconnected. You can only be a top achiever. You are visionary, you're consistent, and then you'll be a person, a man of excellence. Well, I thought to myself, I've done this, I've done that. All right, I've done whatever I wanted to in life. I've achieved success. Now I must get my Man of Excellence award. And just when I got up last night, there was a bird which came and sang a song that you're the man of excellence, and this award is going to be given to you. And when I got up in the morning, I said, oh man, that was a dream. But today, this morning, someone called me up and said that we are considering you for the Man of Excellence Award, a man of transformation. What I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you think about it, you dream about it as a dream merchant, you'll get it. You don't dream about it, you don't pursue it, you won't get it. You have to be an exemplary mentor. What Sangita is, very charismatic. She is a very fine mentor. I find that she's very simple, but she has very fine values and ethics. Whatever she says, she's mean it from her heart. She has no facade. She's very kind, very spirited. She's very spiritualistic in her views, in her mind. A person has to be an embodiment. You must have your vision, your values, and vitality all embodied in you, so that when you uncork yourself, you let go yourself, you find that it flows, and it flows so well that the progressional ethics, they overwhelm you. And when you're overwhelmed, you find excellence everywhere. You have to be an enthusiastic motivator, spirited influence, and therefore you have to be a promoter. You have to believe in those three things which I go by in my life till the last day, till I breathe my last. You have to believe in path breaking, game changing, and trend setting. If you are a path breaker, game changer, and a trend setter, the world will follow you. If you are not a pioneer, no way. And that is why I wrote, you have to be an emulative trailblazer. You have to make sure that when you're talking to people in your relationships, all this is about human relationship. You cannot make it. You will only break it. In case you're not connected, you're not networked, you're not influenced, you're not speaking, you're not liked, then no one is going to listen to you. So therefore, you have to be a likable person. To all that I've mentioned, you have to be a likable place. And therefore, you'll be a trailblazer, a pioneer with innovativeness in you, and therefore you'll be a trendsetter. Ladies and gentlemen, game changing. Educators, knowledge, competence, and then you will rise like a phoenix and become an icon. You got to be a path breaker, a developer, growth oriented development. No development can take place unless it's not growth oriented. And to become a path breaking developer, you require ingenuity, imagination. You have to be something different, and therefore to accentuate your dreams and your projects and your plans and to make them futuristic and get onto a hyper trajectory of success. You've got to have that creative intellect. Brilliant communicator. You must have the gift of the gab. You've got to be gabby, of course, in the right perspective. You've got to be able to articulate, be sharp, eloquent, and you'll be able to carry the day. Well, at the end of it, let me tell you, what matters most is if you're able to solve your own problems through your imagination, being resourceful, intellectual abilities that God has given you, things will work out. So therefore, in the end, I've written in very bold pink, shocking pink, believe in all this fundamentally, practice it religiously, and live by it virtuously. So, ladies and gentlemen, I come now to the last slide. If you don't have a vision and you're not able to influence your people in your human relationships, carry your team. A keystone of success will be that you are a man and a woman with a vision, with a fine value system, and you have the vigor and the vitality. तुम्हारे में मेहनत और मुशक्कत, ईमान और वफा, जोश और जुनून है अपनी मंजिल तक पहुंचने की. वो चिराग जो है उसको जलाए रखना है, उसको बुझने नहीं देना है. हर एक इंसान मुकद्दर का सिकंदर बन सकता है, लेकिन वो तभी बन सकता है जब उसके अंदर जोश और जुनून है. If you don't have the josh and junoon, तुम पहले पायदान के ऊपर जो है, you'll collapse. So all those who believe that, all right, the snail and the hare, well, I don't disagree with that, but I can tell you one thing, that if you believe in yourself, in your abilities and everything, well, you have to be fast-paced. You have to go breakneck. Excess of everything is bad. Please remember that. Immoderation. My father used to tell me, and I still remember when I was at Rashtrapati Bhavan, when he saw me in my uh, golden period of my life, he told me only one thing. He didn't say so many things because he saw me very happy there at Rashtrapati Bhavan. I invited him. He met the president, and the president called him because he knew him when he was military secretary to the governor in Andhra Pradesh. When he was the chief minister, the president was chief minister, and my father was MS to the governor, being since such a. And he just told me one thing. He said, "Son, be a man of moderation, and you'll never run into trouble." And I so much believe in those words. And I passed on this legacy to my son and my daughter, touchwood, by God's grace. Both of them are doing rather well. They are in superlative, I should say, spectrum in their respective areas of achievements and professional life. A lot of them are very kind. It's just because me and my wife tend to be role models as human beings to each other. We love each other. There's a lot of time for each other. We try to be role models to the children and give them lots and lots of time and affection. There is no negativity. There's nothing conveyed to the children which is negative. It's all positive. They love talking to us. We love talking to them. And we live by that. True vision isn't about using a crystal ball. It's about navigating the obstacles and opportunities that no crystal ball could ever foretell. So therefore, please remember, fix your aim, align yourself, and achieve what you want in life. There's no one born on this planet, no one born on this planet who can deprive you of what you're destined. Your destiny lies in your hands. Please be good natured, a good human being, be positive, be kind, and your human relationships will thrive. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I've finished. Any questions from you? I'd be
Thank you so
rather
much. Thank you so much.
glad.
It was a wonderful presentation where you talked about trust, supportiveness, positivity, being transparent, grateful, open-minded, level-headed, and that was very important. Happiness. It was a very beautiful. Thank you. How to be a giver, that you start receiving more in life, and that is
Any questions?
required. So, any questions on today's presentation and the talk we did in the beginning? So, most welcome. You can write in the chat or you can unmute and speak. So, can we close the share?
Presentation. How do we close this? One second. Yeah. Any questions? Anyone?
Any
Are
questions?
Thank
there
you so much, sir. We salute you for all your positivity and everything. It was great hearing you. Wonderful. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Most
There
welcome.
are a lot of students here today.
Acha, okay.
We would like to
Okay.
hear more and more from you, sir.
Definitely, he'll be there. Definitely. It was wonderful to have you here.
Yeah. Pleasure is mine. Okay. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Sangita.
Thank
And
you, thank you. And
very
I must
very
say that once only I asked, and you have been a kind supporter to this on
no,
this forum, and you said yes, and that is a wonderful thing. That shows that you are a great giver.
no.
So anything,
Well,
I think on chat there is something. Let me just check. I can.
okay.
Yeah. Anjali is saying thank you. Manisha is saying thank you. So. All the students are very happy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. iPhone.
Yeah, yeah. Anyone has got any problems or something, they can always
Yeah,
get in
please,
touch.
you can unmute or you can write in the chat, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sir is there to help you.
Yes.
He's a wonderful guide. He's a wonderful speaker. So, okay, all right. So maybe iPhone, thank you so much. And wonderful session, very motivational speech. Okay.
Thank
So,
you, Sangeeta. Thank you very much. I think the charisma
and
that you
I'm
had,
just seeing
you
the
have,
chats.
I think, influenced their mind so much, and you have conveyed such beautiful feelings and sentiments to them. Uh, I don't think so. Any one of them would
And then
be on the
they're
wrong road out to
writing
their
on the
destiny,
chat. Sir,
right?
they're writing on the chat, and they're writing that they look forward to more, more of these motivating uh, habits from the presentation today.
We would like to hear more from you, sir, always.
Oh yes, oh yes. But you have to tell me when you get in touch with me as to how have you gained, how have you changed. You got to get in positivity and you've got to be progressional. I'll tell you,
Yes.
I'll give you so many examples and keep motivating all of you, to uh, get on with life and get on to centers of excellence. I don't like defeatist attitude. I don't like a person who gives up. I don't like a person who says that, "Arey, ab to khatam ho gaya. I've come to the end of the road."
Victim
As a
banna,
young man,
victim nahi banna. Yeah.
yeah.
तेरी तरह.
So
So Shreya is saying that she's very happy to be here and to have all the advices from you, sir, and from me. Thank you so much, Shreya. And yeah. So whoever has any question, you can let me know maybe later or now on the chat, and then we'll get the answer from sir.
absolutely, absolutely. And so therefore, I'll just wind it up by saying that just remember what Sangeeta has told you. She's a wonderful person, and she just told you absolutely the correct things in the perspective that you require to know. And I can just tell you one thing: uh, have a very balanced, like I say, be a dream merchant, be a good time manager. There's this girl, what's her name? She's from Kashmir, Devanshi Bhutan. She's doing a PG with me in open election, and she's every day with me. And she said, "Sir, that I can't stay away. You have to give me your morning." your, your morning
Oh,
quotes have. I
it's
mean, I
so
rise by your morning
they
quotes, and then
are
I said, "All
wonderful,
right,
actually. Your
yeah."
insights are so beautiful. They are so wonderful.
So I told her, I said, "All right." So she says, "I have to meet you, COVID or no COVID." I said, "All right, hold your horses. We'll meet certainly, but you have to convey to me that uh, you got to be a girl who's destined to do exceptionally well. Otherwise, I'm not going to get in touch with you. Firstly, when you're going to come to me, you got to smarten up and come to me. So you have to look smart, absolutely dazzling." She says, "Oh, sir, that's very good. I started feeling good already." I said, "All right. So when I meet you, I said, you should be dazzling." She said, "All right, great." So she said, "Sir, how?" So I said, "Look," I said, "I'm on the other side of 60s. You're a young girl. You dress up like any boy would like to see you, not once, twice, three times, but he would just like to keep looking at you. So dress up well for the occasion, for the occasion." I said, "So one is that you've got to be dazzling." I said, "Improve your knowledge, your database. Your knowledge is power." I said, "Unless and until," I said, "because I like girls who have tremendous amount of knowledge, but they don't have to show off their knowledge. They have to keep their knowledge inside and don't have to erupt like volcanoes in any kind of get-togethers or events or anything. Just imbibe and absorb as much of knowledge. Be a man and lady of substance, of erudition, of knowledge." The third thing is, please remember one thing: all said and done, you're smart, you have knowledge, you're getting successful, you're networked, you know people, you're kind, but don't forget to thank the Lord Almighty. Be spiritualized. and therefore there's a time, and therefore be a time manager. And therefore, in the morning, what you have to do, get up in the morning, you have to say your prayers, you have to do your exercise, you have to be spiritualistic, you've got to have your proper breakfast, so follow the correct routine. You have to meet your husband, your wife, or if you're not, whatever you is, your parents, your father, your mother, your brother, your sister, your sibling. Positive, positive, no fighting, no, get away from it. There's no need. Yeah, you can pull each other's leg, you can have masti and all that, pillow fights, absolutely. Yeah, you can tear a whole lot of pillows, and fur and feathers can keep coming out of it. That's your parents' problem. Have a lot of masti, fun, merriment, but no fighting. Fighting has no place in this world, whether it's family or profession.
Harshita
So
has
through the day, yes, be positive, be nice. Watch good movies, no sad movies, no गमगीन गाने. और जो भी गाना गाता है मुझे कहता है सर आपको अब गाने के साथ आप बहुत लुत्फ आएगा, आपको बहुत मजा आएगा. I said sorry, अगर ये गमगीन गाना है, मायूस गाना है मेरे पास, I don't have time. Well, that's me. So I like to listen to Shami Kapoor's must songs of Mohammed Rafi and everything. So me, my wife, we all remain in a very elated, exalted atmosphere. So the atmospherics are always created that environment of masti, positive, this thing. I never feel sad. I never feel bad. I never feel. Why? Because from nowhere do I get. And from wherever I get sad, news of misfortune or something, I try to improve it. I get on to my must environment. You have to develop that attitude. It's attitude. Once you have a positive attitude, well, let me tell you, you are done. You've made it. And in the evening, you must do again, your puja if you want to do. You must do your work, carry on with your work. And at night, you must watch your lovely movie, which is very close to your heart. Anything which is not very horrifying or very morbid or something. Anything which is loving and something that gives you, oh my God, what a movie. Something close to your heart, whether you like flowers, you like foreign movies, you like whatever you like. You must just watch it. I think I've got a very important call. Thank you very much,
so
ladies and
much.
gentlemen.
Thank you for being here. Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you, Sangita. You're
Thank
just
you.
too good. You're a charismatic leader. Just carry on with it and wish you all the very best. God bless.
Thank
Good day.
you for your motivational speak. Bye bye, sir. Take care. Thank you. All right. So I think that was Lieutenant General Geddio. And any question, anyone, for about anything you want to ask? I think Harshita raised a hand. Harshita, do you have any question?
मेरे को ये नहीं चाहिए, मैं अपना लेके आती हूँ.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, वो गलती से हो गया था.
अच्छा, कोई बात नहीं. But great.
खुला ही रख बस, आ रही हूँ.
Yeah,
It was
Manisha.
a great.
Okay.
Manisha, you are saying something? Okay.
It was a great session, very informative and very motivating.
Thank you so much.
Always love to hear such motivational thoughts every week to get going.
Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. So love you all. Take care. Bye-bye. And